Welcome back, everyone. This is Jeronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 70-something. 73. We are continuing with bee breeding, and we are getting into tree breeding. We're going to try to streamline this a little bit. This may not be a great idea. I get confused easily, and I've decided that we're going to breed 3 different species of bees continuously while breeding trees at the same time. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay, first things first, I want to say thank you for the comments from subscribers. Y'all have given me some amazingly good ideas, and we are going to roll with several of them. First things first, I was recommended to use a couple of these. They are Arcane Reconstructors from the Ars Magica mod. My understanding is that as long as I am careful and pay attention, that I won't have to worry about my Oblivion frames. Whoops. No. I can use the Arcane Reconstructors to repair my Oblivion frames. And that's what we're going to work towards. So we're going to put this over here. I tested it in between episodes to make sure that it actually would work. And it will. And so we're going to do that. Now the question is, I've repaired the Oblivion frame that I was using, this one. And I'm going to check now to see if I can repair the soul frames as well. Although that will have to wait until I actually get some charge going here. Alright, so while that does some charging, we're going to start on a couple of basic things that we need to go over really quick. First off, I showed you guys a treealizer when I made the beealizer all the way back before. But because we don't necessarily remember that, we're going to go and we're going to show you the treealizer recipe real quick. The treealizer is done in a carpenter with water, and it's just copper, glass panes, diamond, and redstone. So it's fairly simple to do. The treealizer works exactly the same way as the beealizer. I don't know why honey drops would use to do trees, but that's, whatever. I've decided to set up the basic setup out here, and I'll get into that here in just a minute. First things first, we're going to start off by getting a couple of bees going. So today we are going to get rid of some of this extra stuff in my inventory because we're going to have plenty of trouble with all the stuff currently in my inventory, so I shouldn't need any of this stuff at all. Oh, I've also decided that I'm going to make this probably a double episode. I don't know if, I might break it up in uploads, but I'll probably upload them at the same time. So this may be my first hour-long episode or whichever. I'm just gonna roll with it and see how we turn out. So first things first, we are going to take a cultivated and an eldritch princess, which I showed you how to make previously, and we're going to toss the cultivated and eldritch in here. Okay. Here we're going to do cultivated and eldritch again. This is also set up with the Oblivion frame and the 2 soul frames. In between episodes, I did go and find myself a couple more Oblivion frames. I actually have, I think, 2 more in storage here. Yes, 2 more in storage here as well. So that is the good news. Okay, the second thing I'm going to do is, why is there just a resilient princess here? That should have something else. Oh, that's right. I got notes in front of me because I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible. We made the Resilient Princess previously. If you remember, the Resilient Princess is one of the many steps that we are taking in order to get Emerald Bees. Okay, that was the Resilient Princess, so we're going to take a Water Drone. Okay, and we're going to toss them in there along with these as well. Alright, so now these are doing their thing. Well, this one's already done their first one. So we're trying to get charmed. So here we have a charmed princess. Okay, so let's BLize this one. And we have charmed cultivated, cultivated charmed, and charmed cultivated. So I'm going to toss back the charmed cultivated and the charmed cultivated and let them roll. Over here we are trying to get something else. Eldritch cultivated, cultivated charmed, Eldritch esoteric. Esoteric is what we're trying to get from this one. So we're going to take this one and put them together and let them do their thing. Over here, this is going to go a lot faster than I originally planned. Doing 3, I might not be able to do it. I may not be able to do this as I originally intended. Resilient water and resilient lapis. Ooh, cool. We already got a partial lapis transformation. So toss that one in there and that one in there and let them roll. Now, while they're doing their thing over there, we're going to do our thing over here. Okay, when it comes to tree breeding, I want to do tree breeding for several different reasons. The biggest reason is because seed oil is still way too slow going. I want to get seed oil at a faster pace. So, in order to do so, I'm going to need a couple of honeycombs. We'll take a forgotten comb. Dang, missed that one. Oh, get back here. 3, 4. All right, so what we want to do is we want to make some bee houses. Okay, not apiaries, but bee houses. And they are different from apiaries in that they use any kind of comb in the center with wood and slabs of wood over the top, and those are going to make bee houses. The reason you want to use bee houses cannot be automated through normal means. Okay, they don't work in that way. You can't, pipes won't attach to them. I know that you can make them in certain different ways, but I can't remember exactly how that is. I think you can do it with turtles, maybe with autonomous activators. I haven't looked into that part yet. I'll look into that later on, but for now, we're just going to use them real quick to do this part. So for this part, we're going to go ahead and set up 4 bee houses. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about tree breeding, that was me just about, well, I know a little bit about tree breeding. I don't want to sell myself too short. Don't get me wrong, I want to sell myself fairly short, just not too short. There's a lot to know about bees and trees. So to say you know a lot is to say a lot. So we're going to put these bees in here. Now, a bee house, and the reason I'm using them, is because the bee houses, they cause the bees to pollinate trees faster than they normally would. Okay? You are done. Give me that princess back. Give me that. Thank you. Okay, so basically what we've got going here, by putting these 4 here, we're going to put the skulkings all together. And, well, actually, it only really needs 1. Okay, and these bees are going to produce stuff, yes, but at the same time, the bee houses cause them to pollinate faster. So when I'm going to be doing my tree breeding, it's going to cause the tree breeding to happen at an accelerated pace. Now, we're going to do this part first because tree breeding takes a long time. Okay, so what I'm trying to get to, actually, I'll just track it back real quick. We'll turn this back on. I'll track it back real quick and show you guys what I'm trying to do. Okay, what I really want to get is chestnuts, but we're going to start with walnuts. Okay, walnuts are silver lime tree and a hill cherry tree cross-pollinated. Okay, this shows pollen. You can use pollen to manually pollinate if you happen to have a bunch of pollen, but I don't do that. So, silver lime plus hill cherry. Now, I happen to have bought a couple of silver lime. No, I'm sorry, I didn't buy them. I found them. I found them in the bee villagers' huts. I happen to already have silver lime, so the hill cherry is what I'm trying to go for. Silver lime plus apple oak equals hill cherry. Okay, now, I don't want to skip any steps with you guys because you may not have been fortunate enough to have found the silver lime trees in a bee villager's house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant silver lime and we're going to get some apple oak, and then I will show you guys how to get to that point because they need to grow and whatnot. Okay, here's the silver lime. We're going to get 2 of these, And we take 2 normal everyday oak saplings and we treealize them. By treealizing them, they become apple oaks, okay? Without that step right there, you'll drive yourself insane because there are no apple oaks occurring naturally that I'm aware of. Okay, so that makes it very difficult to figure out the first step of tree breeding because they don't really tell you very effectively. You could click that tab all day long and it won't necessarily give you anything. No, I don't have a hoe of growth. I thought I might, but I do not. Okay, well, then we will go jump through the portal, grab some bone meal real quick, so we can get those trees grown and let them be doing their thing. Grow my trees. All right, good. So now these bees are running. Okay, the bees' lifespan is changed from normal. In the bee house, they last a lot longer. You cannot breed bees in a house. They will not. I mean, they'll continue. They'll put off princesses and whatnot, but you can't cycle them through normally. Nor will they mutate. So skulking will always be skulking. Even if you can't just put bees in here and try to make them put in it. There's also no spots for frames. But the bee houses are great for when you're trying to purposely cross-pollinate trees. Okay, so let's go check in on these guys. I know they're all 3 done by now. As a matter of fact, these should have some charge to them too as well. So let's take this out, and we'll toss this in here. Wow, okay, well, soul frames are a no then. Soul frames do not work. Where did that soul frame just go? Give me that. Alrighty, so we've got cultivated, charmed, and charmed. Cultivated, cultivated. Charmed, cultivated. Charmed, cultivated. Charmed, cultivated. Okay, so we're just going to put in the cultivated with the charmed, cultivated. And we're going to take the other 2 over here. And we're going to toss them in here and hopefully get the charmed species trait out of them. If we happen to get the charmed species trait, well, then that'll save us some time and trouble. Cultivated charmed hybrid. Well, actually, that one can go in there too. And we'll check on that here in just a minute. Let's see. You're analyzed. You're not. Toss you guys because I don't care. And I don't care about these flowers either. All right, so secondary. Let's see. We've got a mysterious princess. Well, we were actually trying to get to mysterious, but we really wanted to get esoteric at the same time. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder if she's pure. Mysterious eldritch. So we're trying to get to where we can make dragon eggs so we can make oblivion frames. Although, realistically, I probably don't even need to do that anymore because I can repair oblivion frames. But inevitably, I will forget and lose these, so I want to have the ability to make them. And, well, I mean, I want to do it. I want to, so I'm going to. So there. Alrighty, so Eldritch plus Cultivated is esoteric. Okay, so we had a partial esoteric, and at the same time, Eldritch, and Eldritch Cultivated. Wow, those are just a horrible combination to have stuck together. Let's just toss that one in there, and let's just toss that one in there and see what happens. What's the worst I can have in, alright? Okay, what's wrong with her? Ooh, what does she require? Affect water flowers. Lily pad. I forgot about that. We don't have a lily pad for this lady to run on. Okay, so let's see. Do I have my bucket of water with me? Let's see. Destabilize redstone bucket. Actually, that'll be fine. We'll use that. Give me this. There, have some redstone. Whee! Slunk. By the way, the water bees are world generated. Okay, I had in between episodes I flew around to find them, and they are in the water in a dark blue hive You can usually see them kinda well from flying overhead. If you really want to be able to see them well, you need to use a night vision potion or some sort of other night vision thing. It's not easy to find them otherwise. I mean, you can, but it's a lot easier. If you search in shallow waters, it's easier to find them, obviously, but otherwise it can be problematic. All right, so that should take care of her. She's, wow, done already. Okay. And bee breeding, go. Go. You can't trealize bees. Okay, water lapis. Water lapis. Resilient lapis. Let's put in the water lapis and the water lapis. And let's toss the resilient lapis over here and see if we can't get a trait off of it. Cultivated species, flowers pollination, slowest flowering, charmed. Sweet, we got the charmed species serum. So we don't have to worry about that anymore either. Excellent. Let's toss that in the species serum. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and cook that, 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 that. Oh, wait a minute, did I have the cultivated species? Yes, I did, okay. So now, that's an interesting side note, because we're trying to get purebred charmed bees right here. Okay, but now we don't really have to, because now that we have the charmed species serum, we don't have to worry about it. So if it happens to go and become an enchanted bee, because charmed plus eldritch is enchanted, then that won't hurt my feelings whatsoever. So we can just go ahead and let this go through. Now, the other thing we can do is we can go ahead and take the princess and the drone and go ahead and make them into charmed on purpose with the species serum that we just got. I'm choosing not to at this point just because I'm already in the process of so many others. So we'll just let those roll and see what we get. Let's see. So here we need to get rid of, that's just a straight eldritch, so go away. Just straight cultivated, so go away. Just straight resilient. We'll hold on to you for just a minute. Alright, so let's ditch this other stuff out of my inventory because we already have too much stuff. And we just don't want to have to deal with all this. Oh yeah, I should probably get my bucket of redstone back. Excuse me. Thank you. Alrighty, let's take a look at these guys real quick and make sure that they still have plenty of life left, and they do. Alright, good. So they'll continue to run for a while. Now, we're going to leave those run for a while because it's going to take a while for them to do their thing, and because we also need to make an item so that we can then continue on with tree breeding. Alright, so let's see. Which bees was I going after next? Let's see. You. Oh, look. We have lapis bees. But are they pure lapis bees? I bet they aren't. Ooh, lapis lapis. Oh, lapis lapis. Lapis lapis all the way around. Okay, which one of these drones is going to be the best one? Okay, 2 and 1. Lily pad or rocks. Okay, I would much rather have it be rocks because rocks are much more often going to be around than lily pads. All right, so we're going to toss these guys in here, and we're going to go ahead and let them cycle through. These necrotic frames, you know, I bet I could repair those. The necrotic frames will go ahead and just kill this off, and we'll try to cycle the bees through until it becomes pure enough to use. Now, I want to actually keep some lapis. Charm species again. Well, I guess charm species was an easy one to get. Charm species, temp tolerant, temp none tolerance. So I don't want that. Humidity both. Let me look and see. I think I might already have that one, but let's double check. Fast production, maximum fertility, humid both 2, temp both 2. And this is a humid both 2, so we don't need this one because we already have it. Go away. Alright, so let's see. What do we get now? Low fertility. Yeah, we want low fertility. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so low fertility and slowest production. Those are both junk, so we'll go ahead and cook those as well. But we managed to get pure lapis bees in less than 20 minutes of an episode. So, yeah, that's actually incredibly fortunate. And look, we already have our first lapis comb. Let's take this sucker out and take a look at it, because I don't remember if it's, does this produce the lapis? Or, yes, the lapis comb does produce, I didn't know if the lapis came out naturally or if it was, or was produced in a comb, but no. Lapis bees produce lapis lazuli in the comb itself, not through the other thing. Because you remember, if you remember the industrial bees and the imperial bees, those both produce pollen and royal jelly, but they don't come out of the combs. They're just produced naturally, and that's why you have this diamond pipe set to separate those out. But the lapis bees do not do it that way. They actually come out of the combs, so that's good. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to get some more lapis bees, and we'll take these drones because they're not stackable drones. And as long as they're not stackable, we're going to toss them in the beealyzer and let them do their thing. Do I have enough serum vials? Where'd I go? Serum vials. 10 more serum vials. That's plenty. Enough to stop that at least. All right, and let's see what we wind up with over here. Okay, so our first part of this is actually done. Our first thing we wanted to get was lapis bees. So we have effectively gotten lapis bees, but we don't want to stop with lapis because we want to go on to the next one, which is emerald, and that we're going to do is lapis plus noble. But instead of doing that, we're going to continue to let these run through here. Look, they're starting to stack, so that's good. So the next thing I want to do is actually, since these are stacking, well, let's let them run for another few minutes and make sure they continue to stack, because then I want to change those to a fast productivity, unless they already are, but I doubt they will be. We're going to change them to fast productivity, and then we're going to put them up in one of the alvearies and let them start producing me some lapis, because that's one of the things that I want to continuously make. All right, so let's see what we've got here. We've got cultivated charmed, cultivated, and charmed. Well, that's great. Let's just put the... Oh, no, that's an interesting conundrum. Because we've got the charmed serum, we can do a charmed plus eldritch to go straight for enchanted. Do we have a pristine eldritch princess? Oh, nope, only eldritch drones. That's too bad. Because a pure charmed drone plus an eldritch princess would actually do us really nicely right now. Yeah, well, let's do this. This is an, oh, well, no, it's an Eldritch Mysterious. No, let's put these back in, Eldritch Mysterious and Mysterious Eldritch. Let them run, and let's just, do I really want to take the time? I really don't want to take the time. Well, what's the worst that can happen? Let's try it. Alright, so we're going to go to the species serums. We're going to take out the charmed species serum, and we're going to put it in faster flowering. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize I was doing that. We're going to charge up some charmed species serum. Okay, and while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and do these other things and toss this aside. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and inoculate this cultivated princess with a charmed species serum. This will be the first time showing you guys this, so I figure it's a worthy thing to do. So let's see. First off, we don't need you. We don't need you. You are the pure charmed one. If I were to destroy that one, I'd be really upset because I'd feel really stupid. And this is Eldritch Cultivated, and this is Eldritch Eldritch, neither of which we need. Go away. And your flower can go away too. And this Lapis Comb can go away too. Alright, so we're actually making very nice progress. Actually, very nice, very quick progress. So this is working out rather nicely. So let's see if we got the Lapis Species Serum. If we have, then we'll be very happy. Both temp tolerance. Nope, didn't get either of the drones to do that. So let's steal 3 of her drones. Toss her in here and let them analyze those. Alright, in the meantime, meanwhile, on the other side of town, we have Eldritch and Mysterious yet again. Let's see what we wind up with here. Mysterious Eldritch. Mysterious. I'll hold that one aside. Eldritch Mysterious and Eldritch Mysterious. Okay, so because we have the pure drone, we're going to keep it set aside, and we're going to put the Eldritch and the Mysterious back in there, and that way we can have the pure drone ready in case we wind up with a pure princess. In the meantime, we can take this other one over here, and as previously done, toss it in here because it is Eldritch Mysterious, and with anything that resembles luck, we will get a Mysterious Species Serum. Did I just toss in a Charged Rainfall Serum? No, I did not. Okay. Alrighty, so this can continue on, this can continue on, and this one we're waiting because we're going to actually charge the princess with a Charmed Species Serum. Okay, so the tree breeding, actually you can already see that it's happening. It's very hard to see, but you can see it sometimes. In this case, what we have is an apple oak sapling that has these little nodes on it. I believe that signifies a change in the leaves. Okay, that's easy to see, but sometimes it's not so easy to see. It actually is going to require an item that we're going to go make right now, because now seems like a good time to go make it. Whee! Alright, so when you're looking in to forestry, there are two things that you can do to make it so that you can see the tree mutations in the leaves. Okay, you can make a set of spectacles. Okay, the spectacles are for forestry. They are just a piece of bronze and some lenses. I don't have any bronze. Seriously? Okay, how about... I don't have any bronze. Wow. I really didn't expect to be out of bronze. That's interesting. Okay, well, in that case, we will look for the other one. I can't remember the name of it, so we'll have to look it up. Let's see. Forestry for Minecraft. And let's see, it's a hood. I'm trying to think of what it's called. And I cannot think of it for the life of me. No, that's APRS. That's not going to do it. I don't think it is anyway. Let me see. Different breeds of trees. In the time it's taken me to look for this, I could have just gone and made some bronze. And ultimately, since I can't find it, I'm going to go make some bronze. Okay, bronze is copper and tin. So here's a stack of copper. And take some tin. And we'll run upstairs to the induction smelter and toss these in here real quick. No, get out of there. No, get out. Okay, fine. Copper and tin can go together. And why do I have so much lead here? That seems almost ridiculous, but not quite. Alright, so let's get rid of that stuff and that stuff and that. Alright, so let's run back downstairs, grab some of the bronze that is being made, and make ourselves our thing. Okay, are we making Tinkerer's Alloy? Yes, we are. Alright, Tinkerer's Alloy works the same as bronze, and there's our spectacles. Alright, so the other thing we want to do, and I did this between episodes because I wasn't really thinking about it, and I shouldn't have, but I did anyway, and I'm sorry. But previously in Thaumcraft, we had... I don't want to be a bat right now. Well, actually, yes, I do. So previously, we went to the Apomancy section, and we had the Thaumium Grafter. Thaumium Grafter is simply 2 sticks and a piece of Thaumium and 5 order, which I had already researched this. Now, I went ahead and made a couple of them and enchanted them with level 30. I honestly think that if you are doing this, you should do this, okay? A normal grafter, you can get 4 uses or 5 uses out of it, and then it breaks, and it requires 1 bronze per grafter. It's basically the same recipe, but you use bronze instead of the Thaumium. Okay, so you can get the grafter. Like I said, it's just bronze instead of this. Now, if you make the Thaumium grafter, you can enchant it, and when you enchant it, you can get both repair and unbreaking. You're not supposed to be able to have repair and unbreaking on the same thing. It's supposed to be impossible, but that obviously is not the case because I got that off of a single enchant. Again, I should have waited, and I didn't, and I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on, let's put this away, and that away, and let us put on our glasses. Alright, now that we're wearing our glasses, we should be able to see. Yes, indeed we can. We can see very well that these leaves don't look like the rest. Okay? These leaves don't look like the rest because they are a mutation caused by the bees working underneath them. So we're going to use a grafter to break these. Now, a grafter guarantees that you're going to get a sapling off of trees. Now, it only works on forestry trees. Okay, now you see it says tile.leaves.0 forestry for Minecraft. Well, that's because it's a forestry tree. This is going to work. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chop these up. We'll have to chop this one to get to that one. And what we're looking for is the next evolution of tree. And there was one of them. I know it was one of them because it was pink. And we are trying for hill cherries. And hill cherries are pink. So, let's see. Are we still running? These guys are still running. So, yeah, these guys go for a long time when they're put in this configuration. Not only that, but we should not have, under normal circumstances, your trees would not crossbreed this quickly. I mean, not even close. So, yeah, use the bee houses if you're going to be doing tree breeding and intend to get it done at any specific pace. Okay, so let's take a look real quick and see what we got. Okay, we got a whole bunch of silver limes, which I don't really care about, but we got 2 hill cherry saplings, which is exactly what we wanted. So hill cherry plus silver lime is walnuts. So now, because I don't need to worry about this anymore, that's the silver lime. These are the apple oaks. I don't care about the apple oaks anymore because they've, their usefulness has come to an end. We're going to chop them down, and in their place, we're going to plant hill cherry because that's the next step in the tree breeding process, trying to get to where we want to go. Let this stuff all fall out. That's wonderful. And did I put the bone meal away? I think I did. That's okay. All right, so if you want to keep the extra saplings, feel free to. I don't care because I can get plenty of these anytime I want to. So I'm going to ditch these silver limes. I can technically now, what I just did might be sacrilege to some. I apologize for that. Those were silver lime saplings of an unknown genome, and I ditched them without trializing them. And what in the world? White willow? I didn't even know I could make white willow. I didn't even know there was a 5 a.m. What else aren't you telling me? All right, so let's do this real quick because that's inevitably done. Switch that over and put this away. So yeah, we've already gone through our first section of tree breeding. All right, so we're at 33 minutes at this point. I should probably go ahead and say that's it for this episode. I'm literally going to tap the record button twice, and we're just going to start right back up. This will be episode 73. We'll be starting at episode 74 in just a second. Let me grow these trees. And there we go. This is Jaronitis signing off on episode 73. Episode 74 coming up right now. Help spread the gaming.